Hello, my name is Ezrah Dansarhs. This morning, I got a friend sent me an attachment, a voice note of someone who claimed to be an IT expert. He said that what is happening in Wuhan, China, is actually a conspiracy to cover up the effect of 5G network rollout in that city. And another friend sent me a video of Senator Dino. In that video, Senator Dino claimed to have financed studies in Lagos and Abuja. Those studies were to find out the effect of 5G network rollout in human health. And he said that the federal government should immediately discontinue the rollout of 5G network service in other parts of the country. Well, before I proceed, I would like to tell you that Nigeria, as at today, has no 5G network rollout in any of their cities, as at today. I am about heading out, but I'll spare a few minutes to tell you more about this. Please come with me. Before you question my credentials, I am Ezrah Dansarhs, like I told you before. I am a Microsoft certified system and network engineer. I am equally a data scientist. I've worked with IBM for years, and the information I'm going to pass to you is as a direct knowledge from working in this field. It is not a hearsay. So, what is 5G network? Before I answer that, I want to ask you one question again. Do you know the band of what network you're using right now on your cell phone? Okay, look at your cell phone. You may see 3G, 4G, or LTE. If you have a modern phone, a modern mobile device. But if you don't, you may just see the bars and the tower sign. Well, Nigeria started with the rollout of 2G network. The G stands for generation, and 2 stands for second, so it is second generation network. And Nigeria began with that, and 2G had its own limitations. The limitations were that it was not able to handle voice and data simultaneously. Data, I mean like the text message, not multimedia messaging system. So when you're receiving calls, you can't, when you're making calls, you can send text as well. If you used this phone, if you were able to use a phone some years back, like before 2005, 2006, you know how difficult it was to make calls and send text at the same time. It was very close to impossible. And then the 3G network came, the third generation. We were able to make calls, send text at the same time. Then after that, you can still use your phone to browse the internet limitedly. It wasn't that open. So it was an upgrade, but it wasn't what people wanted. And this upgrade costs money because you need to get new set of equipment. So they now improved on that, and they rolled out, some companies rolled out the 3.5G, others just moved on to 4G and LTE. Now 4G is so robust that it allows you to make calls, send text messages, use the internet, send huge volume of data simultaneously. So someone can be talking to you on the phone, you'll be watching YouTube video silenced. These are the functions, the functions made possible by the rollout of 4G network, or the fourth generation. Now, this is what this network can do for your home, for yourself. But have you thought about how corporate bodies use this network? Broadcasting stations need real data, a robust data network to be able to transmit their services to end users, to consumers, to viewers. Radio stations, they need to stream. What about scientists? We have the International Space Station. It is out there. What are they doing? They are doing research work. And they send data down to the office, down here on Earth. And the office transmits that data to them. And these are done seamlessly. The uplink and the downlink going on at the same time. They need data that is more robust, internet connection that is more robust, rather, to handle this amount of data. What about the aircrafts that are flying, the aeroplanes flying, thousands of them flying every minute of the day? They need to maintain contact with your towers and stations in order to maintain cars and be where they are going to on time, and for safety purposes too. All these things need robust internet connection that will make this communication seamless, very fast. Homes today are controlled through the use of the internet, by internet. The televisions are connected to the internet because TV stations these days stream online. You subscribe to their packages online, and your smart TVs are connected to the internet. So everything is on the internet. Alexa controls the home. People who have Alexa connected to their light, to their door security system, So all these things are handled by the internet or through the internet. And you need robust data to do that. Can 4G handle all of this? Yes. But just as 3G has limitations, 4G has limitations. So they need to upgrade. And that is why they rolled out 5G, which they believe is a better version of 4G. Now 5G is like every other generation of network that has been rolled out before now. It makes use of radio frequency, just like the conventional radio we have at homes. The conventional radios we have at home make use of radio frequencies too. The TV, they make use of radio frequencies. That is why when you turn on your radio station, you have to tune on to the right frequency to connect to a broadcast. Otherwise, you won't be able to receive signal. The same thing with TV. I remember those days when we were small, our parents would ask us to go outside and be turning the antenna. What is the antenna doing? It is trying to get the right frequency, because this thing travels. So when it connects to that radio wave or the right frequency, it sends signal down and you start watching it. Then what happens when frequency is transmitted? It emits what we call radiation. And this radiation is what people consider as being very harmful. Yes, radiation could be harmful, but it depends on what radiation you are dealing with. Excuse me. We have two types of radiations. We have what we call the non-ionizing radiation and the ionizing radiation. So which radiation are we talking about here? Of course, we're not talking about the ionizing radiation, which could be very deadly, because the ionizing radiation has so much energy that once it comes in contact with human fluid, It dislodges human cells, and this could cause severe body damage. And we don't use them for these other frequency transmissions. Where you find the ionizing frequency, ionizing radiation is in X-rays and gamma rays. And you know that special attention is given to one when you are being exposed to such radiation. But the non-ionizing radiation is what we're talking about here. You find them in your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi, your cell phone signals, and your cell phones, your radio, your TV, and other things. Those are not harmful. Even you find that in the sun too. Sunlight produces radiation. But the level of energy is not that intense that it could harm humans. So for someone to wake up from his bed and start talking about using coronavirus to cover the effect of 5G, come on. And he claims to be an IT expert. Well, I don't know if it is information technology expert or something. IT could be anything. But if it is an expert in the IT that I know, I don't know where he got his expertise from. So please, I want us to disregard all these things going on. I do not have much time right now to talk about this, but I believe that this little light that I've shed so far, though may not be very elaborate, but please, you do not have anything to be afraid of right now. Once it gets to that stage, you should be concerned. Believe you me, people like us will still talk. For now, we are still safe. The only problem we'll have as a people now is the fight to combat this deadly virus, corona. And once we are able to do that, the whole world will be free. Stay safe, stay home. Right now, limit social gatherings and interaction. Physical gatherings, physical contact, limit them. That is the only way for now to save yourself and save your family. I am of peace always, and I am Ezrah Dansarhs. Have a wonderful day.